You have now arrived at Stadium and Gale.
Snap, the kick, it's been blocked again! Oh my! It's been blocked again! He's going to heave one deep down the field. It's going to be to the goal line. It's going to be gone! It's a touchdown! And the Gators have won the game! Tyreek Cleveland! Oh my! I can't believe what I just saw!
Dropping back to throw, pops and fires the ball over the middle. It's Dory! It's Dory! Got a touchdown! Dory's got a touchdown! Oh man! Dory's got a touchdown! Hands it off to Harvin. He comes back. Say goodbye.
Ahmad Black, in his final game as a Gator, takes it all the way home and sends Urban out a winner.
You have now arrived at Stadium and Gale.
I almost shed a tear listening to that intro, man. We used to be kings. Boys and girls, ladies and gents, welcome to another episode of Stadium and Gale. It's your boy Corey.
It's Dan.
Delatorre.
And your boy Jay Scott 2-5, baby. I'm sad, but I'm still in the business, y'all.
What up, 2-5? Bro, that helmet's got cobwebs on it back there, Jordan.
Yeah, man.
It ain't seen nothing since what were they? The Sharks?
Baby shark,
Yeah.
mama shark, daddy shark.
I ain't see that helmet since we played against Baby Shark. Ever since then, it's been
That's crazy.
dusty. I wasn't predicting that.
We tried to start a tradition.
Right?
Yeah.
Maybe I was the bad juju. Maybe it was me, guys.
No. We not putting that on you, man. We got somebody to blame today.
How bad we doing, but geez.
LIU's 1-3.
Right? They found a way.
They beat Eastern Michigan. Lost
They
to
still
Sacred
have
Heart.
they still have an FBS win before Florida does.
Oh yeah, Eastern.
Oh, my
Eastern's
God.
an FBS
Yeah.
team. Ypsilanti.
Man.
I mean, anywho, how was you guys' weekend before we get into the shenanigans of the Florida Gator football team, man? If you're listening, like, subscribe, all of that, man. It helps us algorithm. Welcome to the show. How was your weekend, fellas? Y'all good?
Yeah, no, great weekend. I'm going to Colombia. I'm going to Medellin tomorrow morning to find my inner zen, my inner peace, and I'll be back Saturday night. So I got ready, played a round of golf, shot very well, hung out with the Pinellas Gator Club Saturday night, saw some friends there, so that was enjoyable. But yeah, I mean, I don't let these kind of things affect my life anymore. I'm a Dolphins fan and a Florida Gators fan. You know what I mean? So the disappointment started Thursday night and just carried over. So
That's a tough one, man.
Yeah.
Had a pretty chill weekend overall, man. My wife actually went up to Florida State. My little brother goes to school up there. It was family weekend up there, so I was at the house with the kids, thugging it, watching the performance by us. But other than that, yeah, I'm with that. I'm a Florida fan, Dolphin fan in the end, so gotta just learn to flush it, right? Sad to say, but
Hey, George, go in your hit your settings dial and hit like the echo cancellation or whatever.
okay,
Yeah.
got you.
We hear you a little bit better.
Nick, how was South Florida?
I enjoyed South Florida. Yeah, I drove down Friday. Took 6.5 hours.
Wow.
I made that drive in 4.5, allegedly, because you can't at the speed limit. So allegedly, I've made that drive 4 hours, 6.5. It was brutal drive down. Saturday, awesome. Got to hang out with Dad. It was his 69th birthday, the nicest birthday I ever have. Hung out with him all day Saturday until I drove down to Joe Robbie Stadium.
Wait, when was his birthday?
Saturday.
Oh, my dad's birthday was on Friday, so happy birthday to my pops as well.
Oh, nice.
Slightly
My dad's
older
birthday
than yours.
2 days. We all got September dads, bro. My dad's birthday in like 2 days. Go ahead.
Hung out with him. Did lunch. Went down to the game.
You went to Las Patas, I presume.
I hadn't been to the spot. So the last time we were down in South Florida was when we told them we were pregnant with Frankie. So it had been like 2 years. So I didn't get cheese course this time, which is always a must get. But I did get Las Patas because I haven't had Las Patas in years. Got Las Patas on the way back.
Very good.
On the way back up. Tough game. Always cool though. I had like that. I was talking with one of the older writers who covers the Canes. I was trying to figure out, most of the times I was at that stadium, it was a baseball game. I was trying to figure out where like home plate was. And he was kind of like showing me they still have like tunnels and stuff. Always cool to go back to a stadium, getting paid to watch a game in a stadium that I grew up going to.
Yeah.
It was a pinch me moment. Looks a lot different. Not much to clown on Miami, but their band gets like a gigantic section and they have like 15 of them.
Nice.
And it just looks bad down in the front row.
Nick, they got other stuff to do down in South Florida than playing the band.
Yeah. But terrible game. Really bad game, especially on offense. Then Sunday, got to see a couple new babies. My Kyle, my best man, had the great best man speech, Dan. Got to see his son and his wife. They're pregnant with their second. And then got to see my other friend, Donnie, and his daughter. And
I know
wife.
Donnie.
So they were both in the wedding. You got to see him. I got to see them both, and then hit the road back up north.
Oh yeah, I'm glad you got to go down there. Glad you got to live out a childhood dream. Well, let's get into the game if we have to.
Shout to my guy, Car Hill. I hung out with those guys over at the yacht club on Saturday. I didn't do a whole lot, but Car Hill in the game, big listeners of the show. Hung out with him and the fellas. A lot of love, man. They wanted to see, 2-5. Got to pull up with me next time, Jordan. But great networking, good food. Way too many. I got my official introduction to espresso martinis.
Oh, buddy.
Oof. Yeah. It's a little pick me upper when you drinking them, but they put you down later. They pick you up, but then they put you down later.
They do. Big fan though.
For sure. But I had a good evening outside of us getting smoked. Had a very good weekend. My son's first football game back out the injury.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely was the best player on the field. Just super excited about his development and what he's doing as a young athlete. But I had a good weekend outside of the L, man.
I saw him force a fumble.
Yeah.
Squared up, took the hit right to the ball, caused a fumble.
Yeah, bro. He got another video. I didn't want to put it. I can't put it on the timeline or on Twitter, but he hit a take him off the field on the stretcher. So that wasn't real for me to. Yeah. Real.
That hit?
Huh? No, different hit. No, it was a kick return. He absolutely smoked the kid, man. But I didn't want to put anybody's injured kid on the timeline.
No.
It's inappropriate. Let's get into the shenanigans, man.
Good news before we get started. Hockey season officially starts tonight. Well, I think it started the other night, but it's back. We're back.
Today was a kickoff for basketball season as well. Florida had media and first practice for the reigning national champions.
We'll talk a little bit about that. Maybe next episode. Maybe we get the boys on from Florida Basketball Hour to talk a little bit about the basketball season. A lot of exciting stuff happening there. But let's get Brunt Addery, and then let's get started.
One time for the great folks at Brunt Insurance and Financial Services. Anything you need insured, panhandle to the keys. My man Greg is the best in the business. Whether it's your home, auto, your life, he can get you the best rates. I guarantee you that. It don't cost you nothing to find out the exact rates that he can get you. Visit him at bruntinsurance.com or give him a call at 954-589-2204. Biggest in the business. Brunt Insurance and Financial Services.
Greg, what it do, baby? Was Greg at the game?
I would presume so. Maybe not. Maybe he probably had some better things to do, to be honest.
It's a Brave. all you brave soldiers that went to the game, knowing, you know, the shenanigans that we were putting out on the field, man. Like, God bless you, fellas, man. Somebody got
true fans. All right, well, let's get into the game as we must. Miami wins 26-7. Scored 2 late touchdowns, kind of put that game a little bit further out. Score-wise, you know, I never really thought that Florida was truly in that game. There was a point in time where they were down 13-7. Cormani McClain with a great interception. Shout out to him, probably his best game as a Gator. Intercepts it, but then inevitably the offense came back onto the field. So Miami improves to 4-0. Gators now 1-3. Their worst start since 1986. A year that 3 of the 4 people on this podcast were not yet born for. Mark Fletcher for Miami, 116 yards. Carson Beck, otherwise pretty pedestrian night, which we kind of called on game day eve on Friday. Gators offense struggled mightily, I think is probably the best way that you could put that. 32 total yards in the first half, 0 for 13 on third down. Only 7 first downs in the entire game. And Nick, correct me if I'm wrong, maybe 5 of those came on the one drive where they scored a touchdown?
Yeah, I can go back and look at that. That was the 11-play drive, only 1 pass. I think it was a 10-yard completion to VB3. Yeah, it's just a stinker. Just an absolute stinker on offense.
Yeah. So that was the 80-yard drive. So that was more than half the Gators' total offense in the entire game. Miami kind of put the game away when they scored with about 4 minutes left in the game. Gators pass blocking, quite possibly the worst score I've ever seen according to Pro Football Focus. They get a 1.2 for pass blocking in this game. They couldn't contain Ruben Bain. They couldn't really do anything to get any sort of protection for DJ Lagway. DJ Lagway's, I think, average yards per attempt was in the low 3s for the entire game. But top to bottom on offense, just a pretty miserable showing. Defense, I thought played well. Until you get tired, a little burnt out there at the end. But, definitely the first half of the game, the only reason the game was even remotely in a ballpark that was acceptable as a final score is because of the defense, who do want to give them their flowers. So we'll start as we always do, kind of with some overarching themes. Nick, I get you were there, so why don't we start with you? He's on mute. That's how excited he was.
Pass blocking. I'm looking at PFF now, and you've got Jacoby Jackson 74, Jake Slaughter 70, Tony Livingston 67, and then 39, 34, 29, 17, 11, 9, zeros. 2
well,
zeros.
let's read some names. Austin Barber clocks in with a 17, Caden Jones with an 11.2, Rod Kearney with a 9.7, and Bryce Lovett and Damian George, which I know that they had the distinct honor and privilege of blocking Ruben Bain, both logged a 0.0. 19 hurries allowed, 23 pressures, 2 quarterback hits, and 2 sacks allowed. I mean, what are we doing? We have 2. Imagine if we only had 1 offensive line coach.
Not great job. Yeah, I'm pulling up now Florida's drive chart. Florida's drive chart reads like my dream. Punt, 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 touchdown, turnover on downs, punt, turnover on downs, turnover on downs. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of the first 6 drives were 3 and outs. Combined, so that's 5 of the first 6 drives gained 12 yards. The other one was a 7-play drive for 18 yards.
So now we know that the 5 equal 1 thing, 5 equals 1 is 5 actually equals 1.2.
Yeah, Florida just was not able to get anything going. I mean, it's probably a mixture of play calling, mixture of execution at times. I think it's hard to not point at the play calling here, but whatever you were doing, you're not able to block up front. Knew Miami's defensive line was going to be good. They spent a lot of money NIL on both lines of scrimmage. Florida had no answers. It was tough to watch. I'm sure it was tough to watch in the stands or at home. But like sitting in the press box, tough to watch. It doesn't help. Like you guys have seen it, the commercial breaks. Like there's really no flow to the game. And I mean, even with that, at one point, Florida's defense was playing well enough where Florida scores a touchdown and what is it, 7-13 at one point? Yep. And you get that Cormani interception, and you're thinking, okay, Florida could actually take a lead here in a game that didn't even feel as close as the scoreboard was reading.
No.
I don't think Carson Beck's very good. I think he holds them back a little bit. He missed throws. Yeah, I don't know that that's the number 4 team in the country, but
I tweeted that they got mad.
Yeah, they got mad. I think
they're number 4 team in the country. They're up there. We have a lot of talent, bro. We just got guys that don't know what they're doing coaching these kids. We're gonna have every team we play this fall. We're gonna give them hell, no matter how terrible we look. We're gonna give most teams hell because we have a lot of talent. Miami is the top 5 team right now in college football. You're not gonna give me 4 teams that's better than them. Just keep it a bean.
Do you think we're the best defense that they're going to face? And maybe that's why they like offense. I mean, offensively, they ended up with some yards. You ended up with 344, 26 points. You know, a lot of that was.
I mean, 13, but that last late. was on a short field too. That last 7. I didn't think that Carson Beck played a very good game. I thought Mark Fletcher played well, but I don't know if they're the number 2 team in the country right now. I mean, I could be wrong and they could go far, but I just don't know if they're right now. The AP has them as the number 2 team in the country.
Yeah, I would venture to say.
Go ahead.
No, I was saying I don't believe they're that good. Just only off to the strength of like we went into the half of 34 yards of total offense going into that 32. Half. And you're only up 13 points. I feel like any team giving somebody the ball back that many times, like, and you're not capitalizing more than 2 scores in 2 quarters, like, I just don't know how good you guys are either. We're terrible, obviously, but I'm just saying, for them to be the number 2 ranked team, putting up that kind of performance, it's kind of gray for me. I'm not 100% sold on Miami just yet. Maybe like Dan said, maybe I'm wrong, but just watching the ball game and seeing how they take advantage of us not playing well. If you leave another team that type of opportunity, they can very well beat you, because we very well could have beat them easily with our terrible, performance, play calling, whatever you want to call it. So I don't know.
Yeah, any given Saturday you can lose, man. Mario used to lose those games. So, like, in those scenarios, we seen him lose games like that last year. That's why they missed the playoffs. So, like, I know in-game coaching-wise, Mario isn't going to be the best, but these type of games he normally lose. And he still may lose one of these type of games. But just looking from a talent standpoint, how they execute, and it was a wet game too. Like, just want to be just considered it was a very wet, not the greatest environment to be throwing and pitching the ball around, right? But you just look at from a line of scrimmage standpoint, the team's energy, the way they attack it, like they seem pro level focused. It's not a lot of shenanigans going on. He has pro level coordinator shenanigans going on, adjustments happening. I think they're, I don't know about 2. I would have to really do some research, but I think they're a top 5 team, to be honest with you. I think we have top 5 talent, top 10 talent. We just don't have what Miami has, and that's, serious coaching.
Yeah. I mean, our offensive line has just been.
I hate Miami more than anybody. Like, I hate their guts, but
I feel like we're losing you to the ops, and I don't love this. You know what I mean? And I know.
I just call it playing, man. Like,
no, I mean,
just call it playing. Yeah, they're better to coach. I said this coming into this game. Like, after we play LSU, I said, no, Miami's going to be the best line of scrimmage we face. I knew Ruben Bain was going to be a problem. And like I said, we don't have a coach. Like, other teams that Miami's going to face are going to have schemes to try to scheme Ruben Bain out of the game. I said this before the show. We don't have a coach that could do that. So Ruben Baines is about to look like Lawrence Taylor reenacted, like reborn.
Mm-hmm.
We don't have a coach that can scheme him out of the game. And what you seen, Ruben Baines was absolutely everywhere. So
that's gonna be a hard thing to do.
I think from a talent perspective, like at Miami's talent on paper, you see it on the field. Like same thing with us. The difference is the coaching. If our coaching's on par, any other coach, let me just talk about my team. Let's just get into it, man.
Yeah.
This is the worst Gator football team I've ever seen. It's one of the top, poor coach teams in the SEC that I ever seen. This is like from execution to penalties to play concepts to just overall game strategy to demeanor on the sidelines, leadership on the sidelines.
Yeah.
If somebody's making a mistake, grab a face mask and tighten somebody up. Like, it's just not serious coaching. This is I-9 football. This ain't even Pop Warner. This is I-9 football where nobody gets screamed at, nobody gets chastised. If you spit on somebody, they got an apology for you. If you spit on somebody, he didn't really mean it, man. He's devastated in the locker room. This is a very unserious coaching staff, man. That's the worst. They need to fire this guy. Like, we can sit here and break all this down. That was a terrible football game. Nobody in the building ever thought we had a shot. We was hoping Miami made mistakes. Like, please fumble, please throw an interception. But we never had it in that game. When, as a Florida fan, have you ever went into a rivalry game knowing that you just have absolutely no shot to win?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's 13-7, and I still felt like we had no shot to win.
Oh, there was never a point in time that I thought that the Gators were going to win that football game.
They had me pretty excited at the interception. I had hope. I was like, okay, we got to stop. Maybe we can get a little bit of off that interception. Like, fellas, this game is not far-fetched. Like, I don't know what's going on.
Nick, can you pull up the drive after the interception? Because that was touchdown, interception.
They went for it on fourth.
Turnover on downs, right? Because they didn't kick the field goal or didn't try to kick the field goal.
Correct.
Florida, that's third quarter. So Florida scored a touchdown, the 11-play 80-yard drive.
Yeah.
With 3:24 left in the third. Right after that was the interception. Yeah, so we can find that.
Yeah, so what happened there? So you just ran the ball down their throat. 10 out of the 11 plays, and the only pass that they had was, if I remember correctly, a swing pass or behind the line of scrimmage pass. That went 10 yards to Vernell Brown.
Yeah, so that drive goes Jacoby, Jack Cheese, 27-yard run, 3-yard run, 10-yard pass.
No.
What's I'm going through this one because you're gashing them. 6, 11. Once you get down into you get closer, that's 2, 1, 3, 5, 7-yard touchdown. Kickoff, pass intercepted. You get the ball back, 1st and 10 on your 48. So you're at the minus 48. You're almost at the 50. Rush up the middle for 7, pass incomplete, rush for no gain. So now it's 3rd and 3. Or the rush for no gain was on 3rd and 3. And then you're on Miami's 45. That's a 55.
Let's say a 60-yard, 61-yard field goal.
Yeah, that's
not.
So you go for it.
Yeah, no, of course. And I don't disagree with them going for it. I mean, a 62-yard field goal is not likely in college football.
No.
I don't know that Trey Smack is making that more times than he isn't in the indoor.
I don't think you put any college kicker unless you're Sebastian Janikowski in a position like that, right? So they go for it, and then really that was the end of any sort of offensive movement.
Oh, wait, no, sorry, I got that wrong. On 4th down, they got it. Sorry, on 4th down, they got it. That was the J Mike.
Where he got hurt. Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry. Yeah.
That's right. And then they get a little closer.
Yes.
They decide not to, and then they get it over.
Well, no. You got that 5-yard pass, fire pickup on 4th and 3rd. J Mike was hurt. Hell of a play. It reminded me. I'm watching America's Team, And I'm watching Michael Irvin talk about that. He goes, that bang 8. He's like, I'm going to hold on to the ball. And they're just showing him getting crushed back when safeties were actually allowed to hit. Kind of looked like that. No. I noticed, I pointed out one play where Jaden Woods is getting like clotheslined. And I was like, wow, that's bad. No holding call. And Miami fans are freaking out. Like I said, like that changed the outcome of the game. I'm like, no, this is clearly a holding call. It wasn't called. And only did it for one play. So it's first and 10 of the Miami 40, rush of 4, and then you get a sack for a loss of 9, which puts you back at the 45.
Yeah.
You complete a pass for 12, and then you go into the fourth quarter. This is where I guess you could have kicked a pass. You could have kicked a pass, could have kicked a field goal. They went for it on 4th and 3 from the Miami 33. So that's
they ran that 2-yard hitch. Yeah.
You don't run a 2-yard hitch. Like the play call.
I'm not blaming.
Well, people were blaming like DJ. People are blaming Billy, and I'm like, my God,
the player has to know.
Third down, 4th down. One of my friends, I won't call him out, was like, "Why would you throw it to the small receiver?" I go, "It doesn't matter his size. It matters that he ran the route 2 yards short of the sticks."
But this is, I guess, my question.
Look who you got in the game. Right.
But this is my question. I have nothing against Jake Hawkins, right? He doesn't play, or TJ Abrams.
It was TJ Abrams.
He doesn't play much at all. It was kind of like the week before when they ran Duke Clark for his one and only rush on 3rd and 3, and he gets 1 yard. And he didn't play in this game. So in 2 times that you needed to score, you've had a running back that has only run the ball 1 time, and a wide receiver that plays very sparingly.
Open.
Like, I mean, yes, you have to know where the first down is. You have to get beyond that.
You're right. I'm just saying, I don't know who to blame it on, but whether it's the coaches not emphasizing depth in practice and letting them get away with it in practice to where dudes have not ran the route to the full depth at times, but it's also, it gets to a certain point where these are college football players, which are like right underneath the pro level. At some point, you need to have football awareness, which is also what needs to be preached as a program. Football awareness to know, okay, it's 3rd and whatever. I forgot the down and distance, but it's 3rd and this. I know even if my route is 1 yard shy, that's the normal depth. I need to get past the sticks in this situation. Like, I don't care if it's get to 6 or whatever, 7. Even this little awkward route, get past the sticks, brother. You getting tackled right there, ain't it? Especially on a route that's like you're not moving. It's like a curl of some sort. You feel me? So, I blame that on. That's a coach and player type of deal. That's the player not being locked in, knowing the situational awareness, and just being a football player, not being a robot. Because a lot of these kids nowadays, well, coach, you told me to run it at 5. Well, it's 3rd and 6, brother. I don't need you to run it at 5 at this moment. Yeah, like use your sense. And also, as a coach, you need to be preaching to these kids the emphasis on knowing your situational awareness, not just being out there. Oh, I'm a Florida Gator football player. It's loud out here right now. I look good. I'm not thinking about all the other stuff. You need to be locked in and knowing what needs to be done at this exact moment. Like your cycle of snaps should be going through your head in each play. This is the type of football awareness you guys should have as Gators on each and every play, not just lining up and just going out there. If we get it, we get it. We don't get it, we don't get it. I'm just doing what I'm supposed to do. Like, I feel like these kids need to be, they're getting paid like pros, so they need to start being like pros and being held accountable as pros, as well as the coaching staff, obviously. But I feel like it's definitely a collective blame at this point in time, especially going over that scenario right there. When I saw that, I was like, oh my God, that's the last thing you want to happen.
Yeah, there's
accountability in football got to be aggressive, man. Like accountability in football isn't, hey man, you got to run to the sticks next time. Like, bro, you play this game, Jordan. You know, accountability in football is some stuff. What to the sticks? We trying to win a football game. There's just, when those mistakes are made, it's just no energy and it's flat. But back to just personnel use. Like, why is TJ Abrams on the field right there? Like, how far is he down on the depth chart? Like, seriously, you talking about the game is on the line. You have one. No Mazel, like it's the same old thing. So I'm just like, bro.
Yeah, we have plenty of receivers that are more reliable than him. No, I don't know what he's been doing in practice. Maybe he's doing something in practice that we may not know about, which has him in that position on a 3rd down to be on the field. Because shoot, when I was playing on third down, I'm just being honest, at every position, the guys are in. This is no more we're just rotating because guys are tired, this, that, and the third. Like, nah, and especially at this point in the game. This is not like just the first drive of the game, third down. He's in this little play call of our first 7 plays, whatever. No, this is game on the line. We could potentially beat these guys, and this is who you send out there on third down. Like, your receivers coach, okay, this, the head man, okay, this. Everybody's watching everybody in the huddle and saying, we're good with this group. Let's roll. With some guys on the bench that you know can make a play for you out there.
Yeah.
TJ's played the 5th most snaps of any receiver, but Aiden has missed 2 games.
Yeah. Yeah, he played 10 snaps total in this game, gets 1 target, and obviously doesn't go. Doesn't
he practices as well. In practice, I remember when people were like asking me like depth chart questions in the fall, and like it's really hard at wide. They're rotating guys all the time wide receiver. You'll see like VB3 and J Mike with like the 3rd team at some times. Like they're just constantly rotating receivers.
Like, I don't know.
I mean, I get what Silk's saying. Like, yeah, to me that makes sense. But like to me also, like I put this play on the player.
Yeah, no, I mean,
on the field, you have to know what the down distance is. I
think if it's a 16-yard pass and you're at 15 yards, it's a little bit different than 3, right? You have to know where the sticks are. You have to know where you have to get to. And you're talking 9 feet.
We can blame the players for every play that happens that went wrong, right? Like technically, every play that went wrong, we could blame the players on. But at the end of the day, this, like Steve Spurrier said, I put him out there. He put TJ Abrams on the field. It all like we're in year 4, bro. Like everything that goes wrong, from DJ to the false starts to holding to whatever may happen, everything, bro. This is on the head coach. And if they're not executing, if he's not getting to the sticks, then they're not executing it right in practice. They're not communicating it right to get it through to the players on how to play football. Like these guys ain't just started playing football. It's just when things are going this wrong and this bad, like it's just the coaches. It's not the players at this point, man. It was Dan Mullen's players, and we had to wait for him to get his guys. Not all his guys on the field. His best offensive is still Dan Mullen's guy. The offensive line can't block. They're one of the worst PFF grades we've ever seen. This is year 4. A veteran offensive line. Like every freshman that we get regress. Like every single one of them. It's all on the coaching staff, bro. Like I'm not. There's no more players. Yeah, they got to make plays, but at year 4, they brought him back because they thought these players could save him, and these players can't save him.
Yeah,
we still had 10 players on special teams. This is year 4. We're still getting 10 players on special teams in year 4. The Matt not even working. Coach Matt quit. Like what happened to the Matt?
He's off the list.
They didn't take the Matt on the road trip. Like what are we doing?
Oh, no, it was there.
Coach Matt was there.
That's crazy. Fire Coach Matt too.
How many? I don't know if we can find this number, but how many times have the Gators had 10 players on special teams? Where it's got to be high single digits, if not low double digits by now. In 4 years, and I'll give it once a year, twice a year on something that's quick, fast moving. But I mean, this is a running joke. Everybody knows. You bought a specialized mat to have 11 players, and twice this year so far, you've had 10 players on defense or special teams.
Is it twice already? What other time was it?
Maybe I'm making it up. Maybe I'm just mad.
I thought
I get Dan to not. I'll trust Dan.
I mean,
under 1.5. Yeah. Regardless of what happened last year, I'm carrying over. Don't rain on my parade, Nick.
Yeah, that's tough though, man. I feel like it's definitely starting to show. It's starting to show all the problems that have been hidden for a while are finally coming to light. And like in this game, it's kind of hard to always hide it, if that makes sense, man. This ball game will always let you know what kind of team you got and the type of work you've put in the off season. I felt like if who all put in the work in the off season, it's probably showing. Maybe defense had long nights, early mornings, then the offense didn't, because obviously your leader wasn't there to rally the boys up after practice or whatever the case may be to put in that extra time. But I don't know, man. I don't know what's the answer for these boys as far as what we're going to do with coaching-wise, but something got to give.
So according to our friend Brandon Connell, we've got 13 Matt Baker tweets about the Gators having 10 or 12 players on the field and special teams during the Billy Napier tenure.
And Matt previously covered all three of the big three, so he wasn't even at every Florida game or watching every Florida game because sometimes he would be at a bigger game depending on who was there. That's funny that you would go to Matt Baker.
Well, Matt Baker, he'll point it out. So yeah, I mean, just so the problems continued to rain down. Just when you think it can't get worse, it kind of does, right? You go from shooting yourself in the foot with penalties against USF to 5 interceptions against LSU to not doing anything but throwing the ball at the line of scrimmage against Miami. And I don't know when these problems get better. I don't know how you solve them. I don't know what the player's psyche is right now. What was Billy Napier's psyche like? They didn't post the post-game press conference for some reason, Nick.
They didn't post it, or they don't live stream on the road.
Oh, okay. I don't know if it's been posted.
Yeah, they don't live stream them on the road.
Okay.
They live stream at home. I mean, even though we were in the Dolphins facility, we were like under a stairwell behind like all this new F1 stuff, like very tiny, not even a room. Like there's not a door. So I don't know. It's just like an area. LSU.
I don't see it posted in general. I'm sure the comment section would be
not
wonderful
good
to see. Yeah.
Comment section would be not good. Yeah. They will if they don't stream it after Texas, that would be something, because that's it. They always stream it after home game.
Yeah.
But not on the road.
But what was the psyche? Was it just dejection? Was there any amount of anger, frustration?
No, it's just like that's not him. You're not going to get like when he shows that kind of emotion, it's almost forced. It's almost surprising. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think dejection, in the moment, we're talking to people, 20, 30 minutes after a loss. Dejection kind of, I think he said we have to go back to the drawing board.
Yeah, I saw that.
Me now, like when I hear stuff, I just like hear how it's being received now. And I'm like, I hear that and I'm like, that's not going to go over well.
I think, yeah, man, it's hard to interrupt. Go ahead.
There's one thing I remember saying. I remember after the first year of Billy, and I was talking to somebody about the difference between Dan and Billy, somebody who was on staff or in the facility for both of them. And I was like, oh, Billy's never going to lie to you. I was like, Dan lied all the time. But so like, Billy's just going to sit there and he's not going to tell you it looked good, or like, I think what he tells you, he believes. Like he believes that they're close. He believes that with him calling that they're close, that they're a couple plays away. Like he believes that. He's not blowing smoke. Dan Mullen would look up at a blue sky and tell you that it's raining and expect you to believe.
He also believes he can call plays. So yeah, I believe that he believes it.
Yeah, he does. There's no excuses to be made. He's not making them. DJ gave a guarantee. I mean, both of them said, like, hey, this isn't good enough. You're not shocking anybody. There's no breaking tag on that tweet that this isn't good enough. 1-3 at the University of Florida, 20-22 at the University of Florida. In this program has been given more support by the administration than the last 3 coaching staffs probably combined. There was no NIL for the first one, but like when Billy was hired, I had a coach from the Big Ten ask me who signed off on this big of a staff. Like I would love to have that. I'd be able to like go home at a reasonable hour if I had that many assistants and people helping. So it's not for lack of support. You guys probably remember Jim McElwain Jordan, I don't know if you were on that team. I think they won an Outback Bowl, and Jim McElwain's like, I hope the administration supports us the way that we need to be supported. I'm like, what? Yeah. After beating like Iowa in a bowl game, you're attacking the administration. Like Billy and this coaching staff have gotten more than I've ever seen or ever dreamed. More support from the administration at Florida, and you're just not getting it done. Like I like Billy. Think he's a great guy. You're 20 and 22. I was on radio with Cole Kubick today, and they asked me, like what would make the fans happy? Like what kind of result? I go like winning out. You're 9-3. And Cole was I think it was Greg McElroy that he's on with. He goes, "That's it, winning out." And I'm like, and that might not be it. Like there's a good portion of the fan base that's done and isn't going to come back.
Yeah. I think the tenor of the fan base, and I'll speak to this side, the non, a little bit more connected than some, but still, a fan at the end of the day of, I think you've just, for the first time that I've ever seen, you've lost the entire fan base. And I don't think that that's just Twitter and message boards, because I know that they can be kind of on the opposite side of reality. But I think at this point in time, it would take the most modern miracle and act of God to win over the fan base. And I don't know how that could happen. I don't think winning out solves anything, because you still have the same issues that prevail every year. You start really slow. You can't put together a consistent offense. You've not really won people over with your personality.
It is consistent. It's consistently bad.
Well, no,
Sorry.
So I don't know if there's anything that you can do. And I think that you're awfully close to, not this season, but you could be close to an apathetic fan base. Now, tickets have already been sold this year, so you not going to games at the Swamp doesn't affect the Gators this year, but you're very close to apathy, that even if you won out, I don't know if fans would be excited if you came back.
I mean,
apathy is here.
You've got to look into that, though. Go ahead.
No, you go ahead. You have to stretch your imagination, but winning out means you are beating Texas. You're winning on the road at Texas A&M. Like, I don't say just like, just because of a number. It's like the wins that you would get to win out. I think you would be back in a playoff conversation. I don't think that's a realistic situation, a realistic scenario that Florida wins out.
And then you're 29 and 22 in 4 years?
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you know what I mean, Jordan?
Like that's
that's why I don't think
we can play what if
that he can do.
We can play what if, but this guy isn't.
Whose offense was tougher to watch? This offense now or Jim McElwain's?
This is the worst offense that ever came into the building. Like one of the worst offenses that ever touched the SEC. Like this is bad, bro.
I was on that offense, so I could be the first to tell you it was frustrating. Like, you feel me? Y'all was there. Y'all watched it. So I agree though.
I'll take Charlie Weiss back. I'll take Brent Peace back. I'll take Kurt Roper back.
Dan, you don't mean that. You don't want Charlie Weiss.
Said you don't mean that.
His igloo cooler.
Dude. Yes.
Charlie Weiss in his igloo cooler? No.
Charlie Weiss ever put up 32 yards in one half of football, Nicholas?
Oh, this is
that's
terrible
football. As bad as play calling we used to have in McElwain's era, I don't think I ever went into a half with 30 yards. You can get that in one play.
This is one of the worst offenses that ever touched the SEC when you consider talent. McElwain had Del Rio and Appleby. Like, what are we talking about?
That's what has me thrown.
He got guys that
versus the talent we
had. Tyler Murphy carving up Georgia.
This is. I think apathy. Back to like the fan part of it. I think apathy's already here. My DMs is full of people that, people that want free tickets. Like straight up, I got 10 people in my DM, not even trying to sell them. They're trying to give them away. It's like I'm not driving down. I think you can see it all over the timeline. 60% of the fans were lost last year. There's a 40 that may have wanted him to stay, thought that, there was some heroics at the end of the season, but most sane fans wanted him to go on last year and for good merit. Even when he won 8 games, I didn't think he deserved to keep his job because the offense never really progressed. DJ Lagway willed us. The defense got better, but that's not even Napier's side of the ball. It's the other side of the ball. The things that he's in charge of, they stink consistently. And that's our head coach. And talent acquisition and everything else he brings off the field wasn't enough to put the program in the situation it's in right now. The schedule is great. The kids you brought in got all the hype in the world this offseason. You come out, you say spot the ball. This is the most embarrassing football season that I have ever been a part of as a Gator football fan. It's not even close.
And what's probably the most frustrating is that I think that they drink their own Kool-Aid and believe their own lies that they are a couple plays away, because you're also a couple plays away from being a far worse 1-3 team.
Bro, there's no you're 1-3, bro, and like I said, I don't know if they beat Texas. I think Sarkisian's just a better coach. That Texas defense is might be the best defense that we play. They're a lot better than Miami. I think they're gonna come in and cause some problems even at home. We got some players that we're missing that we're gonna. Our defensive tackle depth is gonna eventually catch up to us. That's just how this works. Attrition is gonna catch up to us. We're losing guys left and right. Secondary John's out. Like guys that are starting to get these season-ending injuries are going to eventually catch up to us. The rest of this season, we could play what if we win out. Bro, this guy isn't about to win out. It is not about to win out, bro. We got maybe 2 wins on this schedule. And it's not because of talent. It's just because the guys in charge have the same tendencies they had the last 4 years, and the whole country know exactly what Billy Napier want to do on every in a distance.
And there's this comment about 10-1 wasn't that bad. That was also the first season, right? This is year 4.
You said 10 what?
When the Gators went 10-1 in 1979, that was Charlie Pell's first year.
I wasn't born.
We're in year 4 of William Hall Napier's tenure with all of his guys. 2 offensive line coaches, and this might be you have an All-American theoretically on this team. Well, last year an All-American. You have potentially a guy that was a first-round draft pick in Austin Barber. And I don't think that either one of them have played poorly. But you've got another side of the offensive line that is logging some of the worst scores that I've ever seen on Pro Football Focus week after week. Those are your guys. The other 2 weren't your guys. These are your guys. It's time.
Yeah. You the offensive line recruiting just hasn't been I think it's just a matter of when at this point.
Yeah.
Open. Do I think our administration is hoping for some miracle comeback? Yeah, because we got weak leadership. So yeah, nobody has a spine. I'm gonna keep it a bean. Nobody up there has a spine to go do the right thing. They should have did last year. So for some miracle, but the miracle ain't coming this year. It's just not.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and apathy's going to start early. At least in some of the games you lost last year, you were kind of close. I don't think at any point did we think that Florida's going to beat LSU. At any point did Florida's going to beat Miami. I don't think that Florida's going to beat Texas. I don't think that they're going to beat Texas A&M. You're sitting at 1-5. You start to get some agents involved and opting out. Maybe they don't get the rest of their paychecks for the year, but that's okay, right? You might be off. You got
to fake that injury so them checks still hit, Dan.
No, you can do that too. I'm not endorsing fraud here.
Just saying, hey man, I'm just saying.
Hey, but you know what? I'll still be
endorsing fraud. I'll show up, man, for the right reason, but I ain't showing up if I gotta spend my hard-earned money. I'm just not. Every fan's entitled to be a fan, however they are. But at some point, I tweeted this. At some point, supporting turns into enabling. The fans deserve. It does, bro. It's like supporting the crackhead. I gotta keep getting him $10. No, bro, don't give him $10. He's going to buy crack. You know, like start getting him. He's not going to buy food, bro. He's going to buy crack. Like either take him food, but definitely don't give him the $10. We keep giving the crackhead $10, and they keep going to buy crack.
Wondering why he's still on the street.
Yes,
might trust a crackhead a little bit more right now.
Word up with the $10 for sure. All right, you trust a crackhead with $10 of Billy Napier on 4th and 3.
Oh, the crackhead for sure.
Yeah, I choose
10
one.
out of 10 times.
That's right there.
Do you trust the crackhead with $10?
Therapeutic, man.
Hey, we appreciate theirs. We're gonna do a quick ad read. There might be some apathy, but there's still 2,100 people watching. So we appreciate all of you guys for watching.
Misery loves company, man. We got a lot of people.
Absolutely. Go visit our friends over at Homefield Apparel, homefieldapparel.com, promo code Stadium15, or pardon me, Stadium and Gale will get you 15% off and free shipping off of your first order. Anything that you want, Florida Gators, they got 6 pages of Florida Gators stuff. They're going to have some new basketball stuff. They'll have the baseball stuff in the spring. Go support the Gator basketball program. Go support the University of Florida, homefieldapparel.com, promo code Stadium and Gale, and they have about 100 plus different schools. And if you're an Indianapolis Colts fan, they also have some Indianapolis Colts stuff. So go check them out. Homefieldapparel.com, promo code Stadium and Gale. Junkyard Dog, Miami fan, or Bulldogs fan. They have UGA stuff. All right. Zaire TV gave us a super chat earlier. That's a incredible photo that he has. If we finish 5 or 7 or worse this season, which is likely, and Billy's back next year, I'm condoning for Gator Nation to boycott all 2026 home games. I appreciate your $10. Appreciate your photo. And yeah, I mean, I think that they would have a very tough time selling tickets if it comes back. So let's go over some statistics here. Gators rush for 101 yards on 24 carries. Jane Ball leads the team with 12 attempts, still not getting 15 with 46 yards. DJ Lagway, a little bit more comfortable running the ball, 3 attempts for 13 yards. Jacoby Jackson, 7 attempts for 39 yards. And Eugene Wilson, 2 attempts for 3 yards in that game. 1 run for longer than 15 yards, and that was Jacoby Jackson. They get 5 first downs that way. Receiving, Gators go 12 of 19 for 61 yards, 5.1 yards per reception. Obviously 0 touchdowns. And then DJ Lagway, in this game, 12 of 23 for 61 total yards, 2.7 yards per attempt, 3 drops in this game. Is what it is. We went over blocking, run blocking, not terrible. Pass blocking, obviously atrocious.
Sad.
Yeah, man.
Trash. What that dude say? Bubble, whatever.
Yeah.
Trash.
Thank you.
Trash, man.
Thank you, Cena.
Yeah, bro. Watching that offense. Obviously, we
didn't
know
even say anything. He gave us $5. He was just like,
no.
Well, you guys got to talk about this, bro.
Yeah, no, this is a good point. The question is right now, if he was offensive coordinator, which he is, would he be fired if that was his position? And you have to think absolutely.
It would have been almost been easier to fire him if he was the OC.
I mean, we fired him last year. Y'all talking about Billy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think he said
they just gaslit
Joe only as the offensive coordinator.
Yeah, and we all wanted him fired last year because he was calling the plays, and we got gaslit with he's gonna bring in an OC. Like there was just like inside information coming that OC hire was on the way, and that just never happened. So I think if most fans thought, when they made that announcement about him coming back last year, and he was still calling the plays, that was well known from go. I don't think like the offseason would have been as jolly to even start. There's a conversation to be had about like just the management of. I'm gonna wait till as the season dwindles down, but there's a conversation to be had about the entire management of the offseason.
Mm-hmm.
I can't lie. I feel like if a coach don't hit a certain record, you shouldn't get your buyout.
You're never gonna be.
Sexton ain't having that.
Jordan's a strong negotiator. Hey, James Sexton, over here, please.
Yeah, it ain't sitting well with me, brother. You can just come to work every day knowing your pay coming to you regardless of what the outcome.
You get a bonus. You get a bonus for losing.
Bro, like, come on, bro. Ain't no way. Ain't nobody waking up to go do anything more than they need to do with that type of attitude right there, especially when it already stinks like this. It's tough to get these kids out of this type of funk.
Mm-hmm.
So him hearing all the fire me rumors, I'm sure his wife is at home like, baby, let him fire you. I'm ready for you to come home.
I'm ready.
I wish you just go tell Scott that.
For real.
I told you all off season there was not going to be an offensive coordinator. So if you listen to Stadium and Gale, you heard who was going to call plays.
Yeah. And I said if he was still calling plays, this was going to be the outcome. So here we are. Like this guy was never going to survive this job calling plays. Like lack of self-awareness. Like everybody in the country, when you turn on the TV, that's all they're talking about. Is like, what is this Florida offense? Like, what are they doing? That's all you hear. The entire country's been telling him, yo, this offense looks terrible. And we've been getting gaslit with points per game. Oh, it's not the offense. It's this, it's that. It's the offense. I can't lie. Bro. Get out of these PFF stats. This offense is terrible.
If he gets fired from here and gets another offensive coordinator job somewhere else, I know something. This whole system rigged.
You might go to Louisiana and be coach or something.
Nobody in their right mind can watch this team and say, "Oh, I'm going to hire him as my offense."
Yeah, there's no Bama car wash to go through anymore. Oh, I wonder what the new car wash is. Kirby Smart, you got to go sit for an analyst for a year or two.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I think big boy football. Most coaches, when they get fired from Florida, it's kind of over. Nobody's ever went on to do anything. It's just kind of been there. So he may prove me wrong, but he strikes me as a stubborn guy that thinks his offense is okay.
I did find it funny when everybody's like, well, Dan Mullen's undefeated. You know how many wins combined all of the teams that he's beaten have? 0.
Yeah, I'm about to say none.
Really? None?
Yeah.
Who the hell is UNLV played?
Hey, I'll be real with you. They might beat us though. Like, they might. Yeah. They might.
Chief Borders running down on DJ Lagway.
Yo, Dan might run down on us, bro. That's sorry UNLV team. He schemed the shit out of us.
He definitely gonna put us points. I'll tell you that. We really ready to score.
I don't know if he put up a lot on our defense, but
no, you're right. You're right. Our defense will have him on the routes, but geez,
it'll be a dogfight.
Dan Mullen's team was in a dogfight with Idaho State.
Yeah,
at 138-31. They beat UCLA 30-23.
Yeah,
and beat Miami of Ohio by 3.
Defeated.
Nice.
Beat. Yeah.
I still got to see the dog fight versus you.
No. I mean, all of the teams that you just mentioned are currently just defeated right now.
Dan's on a bye week, so he's on some lake in Nevada with a Celsius in hand.
Just laughing at the Gators.
Yeah, just has Kygo on. Still waiting for that next $1 million check to hit. I think next year is his last year, right?
2027.
Oh, 2027.
Oh, 27.
Oh. Man.
Should have just kept the man, bro.
No.
Oh, no.
Yeah,
we can't keep him. That boy was recruiting.
Y'all ain't gonna give me to say we should have fired Dan, bro.
No, we should have fired Dan. Dan quit. He ain't even. We just fired him.
Dan ain't quit, bro.
Yeah,
he quit, bro.
Tell us the T.
I don't know no two. I just know he got too much Gator running through him to quit.
No, he didn't.
No, I think the Gator burned out of him. I think
that pandemic season was it for him.
I think Dan was really hoping to leverage this into an NFL job. He didn't get it, and then from there we went into a pandemic, and then he went 8-4 with Kyle Trask and Kyle Pitts, and It just never rebounded the next year. Darth Vader.
No. Darth Vader was first off funny. Second off, that was a game on Halloween. He literally dressed up in his outfit and then went to go trick or treat with his kids after. But
that's very cool.
Funny. I thought it was funny. No, they won in the Darth
Vader.
Oh,
that was the year that they won.
And then Eli beat him the next year and trolled him with a lightsaber after his press conference. But like the Darth Vader thing I didn't have any problem with.
Yeah.
Thought it was funny.
Yeah, I definitely. I thought it was funny at the time until the next season when Missouri took us up through there, and I was just like, yeah, that wasn't even that cool. It was kind of lame. But Dan definitely quit down the stretch. He just didn't want to recruit. Like my take is too, if that wasn't a pandemic year and we play our regular schedule that year, not that all SEC, like I think we go to the playoffs. Go ahead.
If we can find that pre-pandemic schedule, it was like an easy draw too.
For sure.
Like as easy as the SEC gets. Dan, if you can find that,
yeah, I'm gonna look
I remember before the pandemic thinking like, man, like Florida's got a really good team coming back, and they kind of got like some breaks in terms of the schedule. Oh, we should get into the schedule at some point.
I got it. Eastern Washington, then Kentucky at Florida, South Alabama at Florida, Florida at Tennessee.
Probably dub. Then beat Tennessee later in the year anyway.
Yeah. South Carolina at Florida, LSU at Florida, Florida at Ole Miss, bye. Florida, Georgia, Florida at Vanderbilt, Missouri at Florida, New Mexico State at Florida, and then Florida at Florida State.
Oh, and Mike's team was bad that year.
Yeah, they were bad.
Mike dodged a serious fade in 2020.
Yeah,
like that schedule, that Florida could have won 10 games. That schedule.
Oh, easily.
That defense struggled that year, I think.
Yeah, about to say Dan's problem was always the defense. If Dan had this defense right now.
Yeah, but Dan would have never recruited a defense.
If Dan and Will could just be associate head coaches. Dan Mullen and Will Muschamp were just like, hey,
that's the perfect.
We're going to be co-head coaches. Will would say, like, I need 7 scholarships every cycle for safeties. But, like, other than that, like,
he could give him all the offensive line scholarships that he never gave out.
Yeah, I can't lie. Once they got rid of him, bro, my whole draft class was all O-linemen. I was like, bro, I don't know if this is normal, but I have like 8 linemen in my draft class.
That's the only way, yeah.
They were just trying to get back up to regular numbers, Jordan.
Yeah, I realized that very quickly because I was like, dang, a lot of these boys playing early too. Like, what are we doing?
Let's get into defense. We'll close out this game. I'll talk about some of the other stuff. Cormani McClain grades out as your best player, ends up with 2 tackles and interception.
Timothy.
Yeah, gets an 85 in this game. Dijon Johnson came in second, 81.9, ends up going out with right knee injury, got surgery on that today, so he'll be out for, I would assume, the rest of the season. Cam James comes in third. Bryce Thornton, Kofi Asari, he played the most snaps I think that he's played in a game. Jeremiah McLeod, the freshman. Brendan Bett, 7th. Aaron Gates, 8th, and he gets injured early on in the year. Do we have an update on his shoulder, Nick?
No, I didn't go to practice today, but finished the game in a sling.
Yeah. I mean, it looked bad, and you can tell when their face is like that on the sideline that it's, obviously some serious pain. Jaden
he's
Wood,
obviously hasn't had a shoulder injury, but that's a kid who has had 3 knee injuries. I think he knows what
pain is.
That kind of pain feels like.
Yeah. Jaden Woods and then Sharif Denson round out your top 10. Tough game for Aaron Childs in this game. Tough game for the linebacking crew as a whole. Your 4 worst players on the team were all linebackers, according to Pro Football Focus.
Was it Cormani McClain's first start, right?
No. Second.
He didn't start. I don't think he didn't start. He didn't start. He has one start
this game.
They named him as a starter.
No.
That would just make too much sense. That's why we're confused, Jordan.
Zach Albaverdi wrote a story, and one of the other one of the other people just like read it wrong and made a graphic, and then the graphic went viral.
Oh, the stupid aggregators, man.
Armani started one game this year. Now with Dede out, he'll continue to start. But like, it doesn't matter who starts. I was looking it up earlier. Dede's played like 6 more snaps than Cormani. So it's like Devin Moore and then Dede and Cormani are basically playing like two series. It's just a
reoccurring theme of the best players that making the most plays aren't playing the most. Like, it's 6 more snaps. It may just say, "Oh, it's just 6 more snaps." It's just another reoccurring theme. Cormani's making plays back there, hustle plays, whatever it may be, chase down, touchdowns, interception. He's a walking turnover and a walking playmaker. That's what he is. And he's not playing the most at corner when he's the best ball go-getter, ball skill guy. He has the best ball skills in that room, and the snaps doesn't reflect that. He should get the most snaps. I had this tape preseason. He's the best corner on the team, man. Can't teach what he got.
Yeah. Definitely top 1 or 2. I guess Devin Moore is up there, but
I like Devin, but
yes, I got you. I mean, I think we're splitting hairs here, right? Gators do get 1 sack, 1 hurry, 5 batted balls, 8 missed tackles in this game, allow 160 yards on 9.4 yards per attempt, mainly against your linebacking crew. They allowed 46. So maybe I'm wrong, but I guess per snap, they allowed almost every pass their way. They only were able to stop 3 passes that were targeted to people that they were covering in that game. And we knew that they were going to, target, the linebacker crew. That's where Carson Beck threw the ball quite a bit, during, the first 3 games of the year. And obviously he continues to do that. 2 PBUs. And again, the 1 interception from Cormani McClain. So again, tough game. From a punting perspective, Nick's favorite part, 7 attempts, 332 yards, 47.4 yards per attempt with a net of 42.6. So all in all, just a very terrible game. Very terrible game.
Senior.
Yeah. Nick, we never got an announcement of why Aiden Mizell didn't play, did we?
No, but he had not really practiced all week.
Okay. Yeah. So Gators 1 and 3. I mean,
oh my God. Did he dress up? Could he play? What was the stat? Could he have played?
He's dressed out.
I'm trying to think. I don't even know if I saw him warming up. I was down the field, but I was with the Secretary of State.
He's just playing.
I didn't really see him. I don't know. I don't know if he warmed up or not. I went down and asked and was told that there were no suspensions for the guys that were in the lobby before the game. Aiden Mizell talked Wednesday at media, which I thought was weird because he hadn't practiced that week. And they usually don't let guys who don't practice talk.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, I get it. I'm not really going to talk about like injuries and stuff when I'm at practice, but like it's been like, I get it. He's a great player. He and DJ seem to have some chemistry, but also as a coach, like if you can't practice Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, if the training staff's telling me, hey, you can't go, I can't put you in on Saturday.
It does seem odd that we had somebody that didn't practice for 9 months and practiced for 2 weeks before the season starts, seem to have an unlimited amount of leash. But if you miss some games, I'm not trying to cast aspersions on anybody. Hey, you think Marco Rubio, I know he's a listener of the pod. You think he listens to the pod like on his way to the State Department or like,
I don't know,
on Air Force One? You think,
I don't know.
You think Trump ever gives him the aux and it's silk?
I don't know, but yeah. Secretary Rubio has mentioned that he's a listener of the podcast.
He follows the pod from his personal account. He let us know years ago.
Good seeing you, Marco. Anthony traveled. Anthony was on the travel roster. His son is a walk-on running back. I think it was his first travel. I don't think he was at LSU, so I think it was the first time he traveled this year.
Okay. James Gabriel, your podcast would blow up with a good coach. I mean, our podcast does very well. We appreciate 6.5 years going. We're waiting on some more excitement, but we do well.
Oh no, but
it would really blow up.
This year I had some lies, bro. I ain't gonna lie. I was gonna go. Jordan had the helmet. He was ready to wear every week we won a game. We was about to go crazy, and then
I'll be honest with you though. You know when the podcast peaks? When things are going downhill. Nobody cares about the 8-4, 9-3 year. They want the 10-2, 12-0 year, or they want the fired.
The streets ready for the fired.
All right, let's do one more quick ad read. Oh, I got two more. Game time sidekicks. What?
We've got the schedule. That
we still have content. We're gonna keep going, Nick. Don't you fret, my friend. Game time sidekicks. Really cool cup like this. Great product. Will never let you down. Unlike the team on the field, this cup will never let you down. Keep your hot drinks hot, your cold drinks cold. Go visit them, GameTimeSidekicks.com. Use promo code STADIUM15. They have some football, some general UF stuff, some basketball, some football, some NIL. But go check them out. Great cup. Whatever. There you go, Nick. I think Corey just drank right into the microphone. You could hear how much ice was still in there. We've been podding for over an hour. So go visit GameTimeSidekicks.com. Promo code Stadium15. Now, I do think this gets released officially tomorrow, right, Nick?
Yeah, and what I'm sure will be a super efficient, not commercial-laden, drawn-out.
What do we have, like a 3-hour ESPN show?
Yeah,
SEC Network.
So big props to Chris Lowe for essentially letting us skip.
How long has he been with On3, by the way? Like, is that brand new? Okay.
Brand new, yeah.
All right. So right now, according to Chris Lowe, the Gators permanent rivals in the new 9-team SEC schedule, which will start in 2026, will be Georgia, which is no surprise, South Carolina, which I think we all kind of thought could be the third. And then this one kind of comes out of left field, Kentucky. So Georgia, South Carolina, and Kentucky. Boys, I'm going to be honest with you. You lose the LSU game. You lose the Tennessee rivalry. Huge, very important parts of the SEC and about Florida's time in the SEC. I don't hate the South Carolina-Kentucky draw here. For pageantry, I do. But for games, not against it.
I remember I thought you would keep Tennessee.
Yeah.
And then I said South Carolina makes sense because we were talking a couple weeks back when it was the Oklahoma rumor. And I was like, that makes no sense.
Yeah.
South Carolina geographically makes sense. Easy. It's a car ride. You don't even need to fly if you're in the Gainesville area or in the Columbia area. Not that Columbia, Dan. Not your Columbia. Totally different one. Spelled differently. I think I guess the one thing Chris Lowe said is that these aren't permanent. That these are for 4 years, and then they'll like redo it in 4 years. But to me, I love. We should have put it on shirts. What Silk? If it was you, Corey, if it was you, the Spurrier raised me. Like I was raised on Florida, Tennessee. Yeah. Spurrier, Fulmer. Like for me, that one sucks to lose. Knoxville's a great city to go up to. Cool little college town. That's a great environment. And this isn't basketball. This isn't like a basketball decision for Kentucky. So I'm bummed out that you lose out on Tennessee. I think you'll always have Georgia as long as they're contracted with Jacksonville. But yeah, I'm bummed out that it's not Tennessee.
What year does this start?
Next year. So you'll still have 6 other SEC games besides these.
Yeah. So you could play Tennessee. You might have Tennessee next year. Yeah, I don't know. They would rotate.
Yeah, I just can't have this Tennessee thing in under Williams' watch. So it's unfortunate.
So the way it'll work is you have 9
I can't have Tennessee getting the last laugh, Dan. Like, I cannot have Tennessee getting the last laugh. Go ahead.
Miami just did. So the way it works is you have 9 games, three teams for the next 4 years that you'll play all 4 years. And then you've got 6 other teams, 6 other games you'll play home and away, I think, in back-to-back years. And then you'll get the other 6 home and away, essentially, to finish out.
Okay. I don't love that. It seems lazy.
Oh, that's crazy. The league that we've been talking about a 9-game schedule for a decade.
Yeah.
They've had a decade to get ready for this. So
yeah, I don't love that scheduling. I mean, I get doing the home and away, but I wish it wasn't in back-to-back years, right?
I don't know if it'll be that way. I think that's the way that it
but
is.
I kind of wish it was like year 1, year 3, year 2, year 4, right? Where you start to introduce some different games.
So you get a little mix.
Right, because we haven't really had a lot of mix, right? We've played Arkansas a couple of times. We've played Texas A&M, what seems to be every year since they joined the SEC. I was surprised that they didn't make us their permanent rival. And we haven't really played Auburn much. We've only played Mississippi State a few times, Ole Miss just a few times. Obviously you lose the yearly game with Missouri and Vanderbilt, and when the SEC went to no divisions, but I just wish there was a little bit more creativity. I guess it's too much to ask.
I think it is a tough task, like figuring out how to make it even. But then, I don't even think they made it even. I think Arkansas got railroaded.
Arkansas has Missouri, Texas, and LSU. I mean, yeah, right now, that's a tough one. Alabama has Auburn, Tennessee, Mississippi State. Auburn, Tennessee. Usually pretty good. Mississippi State's obviously not. What does Vanderbilt get? They get Tennessee, Mississippi State, Auburn. I think Texas. Yeah, did you say Texas A&M? Texas A&M gets Texas, LSU, and Missouri. That's a tough slate there. I think that makes sense. The Missouri one, maybe not, but.
I think it's tough. I think I'm with you on I wish they would be more creative. I mean, it was always going to be 9. I think they flirted or tried to say 8 because they'd already signed this contract with Disney, and now Disney is getting an extra SEC game, another SEC week, and they don't have to pay anymore, even though they're paying $1 trillion to have the rights to this. But it could never be 8. It was always going to have to be 9. And with that thought in mind, while you were kicking the can down the road, you could have had a group of 3 people in Birmingham being all right, let's figure this out. While we kick the can down the road, let's figure out how to make this the best possible. And instead it was kind of shoot, I guess we need to do it next year. Let's figure it out quickly.
Yeah. I mean, if you say it's only for 4 years, I'm curious if the next iteration is for 4 years. Do they keep giving 4 or 3 permanent rivals every 4 years? Probably too much work for whoever does scheduling over there, but I'm sure they'll land somewhere, with Florida getting Georgia, LSU, and Tennessee as permanent for a forever fixture. But, I enjoy the pageantry of the SEC. I enjoy the pageantry of some of these long-standing rivalries, not having Tennessee every year. It kind of stinks, for college football. And obviously college football has changed a lot. And, I still think that before the next iteration of this schedule comes out, there's going to probably be more movement in college football. And I think, the sport you kind of grow up watching, has just changed so drastically. And this is just another kind of drastic change. And, to accept its advantages, you also have to accept its disadvantages. And this is one of those. So,
another thing at play there are the Florida and Jacksonville, or Florida, Georgia, and Jacksonville. That's a contract with the city. The same thing for Dallas when it comes to the Red River Shootout, Red River Rivalry. Yeah. Whatever they're calling it. You can't, if they wanted to change everyone's 3, like you can't. Florida and Georgia have contract with like an actual city. Same thing with like, so would you switch out 2 of them and leave? I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, you could definitely do that. You could also make that schedule kind of a guaranteed game, but then that would, like you said, it's a I don't know what you do. Sounds to me like maybe everything hasn't been completely thought out.
What?
Well, guys, does that wrap up our show?
Anyone coming for Texas?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll be there for
been
Texas.
so happy to have a bye week, man. I don't know if I'm.
We had any good games this week? Is there a good slate?
Yeah, there's some really good games. You have Penn State, Iowa, or Penn State, Oregon. Pardon me. Yep. So that should be a really good one. There's a couple. Let me look. Ohio State, Washington, Texas A&M, Auburn, LSU, Ole Miss. We talked about it at the beginning of the show. LSU, Ole Miss. That'll be a good one. Alabama, Georgia. So it'll be a good day of playing, watching football for me as I'm flying back. But
are Gator fans watching Ohio State at Washington?
Maybe. That'll be right during, if you wanted to watch the LSU Ole Miss game, you're going to probably miss that one. ABC. Yeah, but then you also have Auburn, Texas A&M at the same time.
Ooh, what a 3:30 slot.
And then you've got Indiana, the high-powered Kirk Cignettis. Did you hear what he said about Iowa? He's like, they're a tough team. They're going to be a much tougher opponent than last week.
Who did they play last week?
Illinois, who was number 9 in the country, who they just absolutely drove into the mud. He's on the list. We're not going to go over the list. The list exists on my Twitter. Currently over 110,000 people have seen the list. If you haven't seen it, go check it out. The list V1.1. Probably won't do that on the show moving forward until an announcement's made, just for obvious reasons. So. Cool.
I did get a kick out of the commit me.
The commit me. Yep.
Commit me, TM.
A lot of TMs.
Lawyer.
Yeah,
need a lawyer.
We've done a lot. We've done a lot of trademarking recently, but I thought commit me was creative one day.
Commit me is funny.
All right. So let's one final ad read for our friends over at Alumni Hall. Go visit alumnihall.com or go visit them in Gainesville on Archer Road. Right next to the Chick-fil-A there. Anything that you could want Florida Gators related, they are going to be your place to shop. We're almost that time. Fall started yesterday, I believe, or starts today, whatever it is. So that means time is nigh for the holiday season. Go visit alumnihall.com or go visit them in Gainesville. Nick, you asked the question, who's going to Texas? I'll be there. In fact, I might even be staying in your bedroom one night. Not your bedroom, a bedroom. A bedroom. Not your bedroom, but a bedroom. But we'll catch up on that. We'll see you guys same corner, same time next week. You get No Show Friday. Song of the week we'll give to Corey.
Yeah. What am I listening to?
Yeah.
While Corey does that, let's get make sure you hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. If you're listening on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, go give us a review. 5-star review would be very helpful. And share the show with your friends. Retweet it on X if you're watching there. And we appreciate everybody that gave us a super chat today. Zaire TV, Cena, and Colby Morris. I missed this early. If he loses versus Texas at home, he's finally fired. We will see what happens there, but I will be there cheering on the Gators, and I hope that you guys are too. Remember the program. Go ahead.
Let me Vision Board off of Currency's new album 830.
Vision Board. Curran. He's got a money sign in the S, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Very good.
Most importantly.
We'll see you guys same corner, same time next week.